Live.
Okay, hey everybody. Welcome to Wild Bill's Beauty and the Arts podcast. Today we're going to talk about the new Garth Brooks box set, the limited series 3. And in that I brought them some friends and a lot of them feel the same way I do. And so there's going to be a brutal truth happening tonight, and I know this probably will piss some people off, but things have to be said. But before I get to that, right, and before we get into the conversation, I just wanted to say happy Halloween to those people out there who this is their favorite holiday of the year or whatever, cool for you. And I also want to say for those people who have followed this channel for a long time, or since it's been in thing, people have watched my videos. I just want to say thank you and I appreciate it. But I haven't done anything for a while. And to be honest with you, the reason why is because I pretty much took what I want to say is a indefinite hiatus, which is means I'll probably be a long time, if ever, before I upload anything again. Um, but that's just due to choice, due to life, you know, changes and everything. Um, And I also want to say I'm sorry for those people who were here wanting to see this stream at 8 o'clock. Just had some things happen and had to push it back and everything. And so that's life. It happens, right? So anyway, as I've got done with that, we're going to get into this. So basically, what we're going to do is we're just all going to kind of talk, give us our opinions on what we think and all this stuff, good, bad, and indifferent. Um, I hope honestly by the time this is all over, that some people will have an enlightening of the whole Garth situation, the box set, and just a little bit of the dumbassery that goes around with some of Garth and his fans and everything. So we'll get into this. So I'm
Oh, we
Bill.
got one viewer.
You you got Robert, and you've got Alvin, the Chipmunk Boy, and you got me, and you got Lance down here, the outsider. So, so basically, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let, because since this is my podcast and everything, I'm going to let somebody take the floor and let them start out and let them go, and we'll just kind of all, intertwine and go. So whoever wants to jump first can go ahead.
I'm just sick and tired of buying stuff that I've bought two, three, four times before already. Just to get
Yeah,
one new thing, you
I
have to buy
totally get
stuff
that.
that you previously bought.
Yeah.
And Lance, you want to know what the funny thing about that is? And I was telling Robert this earlier, and this is where it really kind of where it starts hitting home. But those loyalists out here, those people that think that Garth can't do anything wrong, would disagree with this statement and what I'm fixing to say. Now, I'm going to say that there is good things to this box set. And why I say that is this. It's because if you're somebody that's just getting into Garth and you're old school and you like CDs and physical media and stuff like that, and you're like, well, man, I'd love to have 4 or 5 Garth CDs at a really cheap price. Okay, good. You're getting what you want. Okay, you're getting 5 Garth albums at a really cheap price. Okay, and like I said, for somebody just getting into Garth, it's a good thing. Okay, don't get me wrong. But for those people who have been a Garth Brooks fan since, like, for me, for instance, I've been a Garth fan since the second album. No fences. Okay, all those years ago, I've been a Garth fan. Okay, um, and maybe when I'm in this thing, maybe a little bit later, maybe maybe I will kind of give my story of kind of how I got in the car. But anyway, we have one viewer anyway. So But what I wanted to say was this: for those of us who already have just about everything that Garth's put out, right? To get that one
Mm-hmm.
CD. Now, here's the speculation. Some people say that this is the only way you're able to get that you're only going to be able to get the albums through this box set. Well, actually, Garth's already come out and said he's going to do a standalone release. Okay, so if you don't want the box set, okay, then and you're willing to wait on the standalone release, then all means go ahead. But now, in perspective, for those people that like, if this is the only way they can get the album, okay, and say you've already got Gunslinger, Man Against Machine, Fun, and Triple Life, technically you're paying $30 for that one album,
Mm-hmm.
and it's only 10 tracks. Okay. Now, those Garth loyalists out there be like, no, that's not how it is, man. You're paying like $6 a CD, and it's like, or $6 an album, and it's like, whatever it is. You're not actually just buying Time Traveler. You're getting all the no, because I've already got those albums. So, like I said, if that's the only way you can get it, okay, you're paying $30 for a 10-track album that's on CD. That's what most vinyl costs today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, so for those people out there who think that this box set is a great thing when you've already got shit from Garth, no, it's not. It's not. And no more than what you're getting. It's not like you're getting, like, I pissed some people off the other day when I was in a Garth Brooks fan page and I posted a Metallica box set. And they were like, well, they may put out great box sets, but they don't sell out arenas. And that just had to trip her. That just tripped my fucking enter. Like, I got to go tell these motherfuckers off. Okay. Anybody knows that truly knows me knows that my favorite band on the planet is Metallica. Okay. I've seen Metallica as many times as I've seen Garth live. Okay. And anyone that'll sit here and say that they don't sell out arenas and they're the biggest fucking metal band on the planet and they are the only band that's ever played all 7 continents, you have been drinking the Garth Brooks Kool-Aid way too long. And you need to stop, because there's a good chance if you stop, you might start seeing the light. You might start waking up and start realizing, maybe some of all this stuff he's saying is not really all it's cut out to be. Right? So what I'm trying to say is tonight is that I have nothing personally against Garth Brooks' music. I still think that he puts out some of the best music in country music, without a doubt. But as far as the person and the way he does things, and the way he, like somebody said the other day, well, he must be a marketing genius. He does have a marketing degree. I said, well, if he's a marketing genius, I feel bad for marketing people in the world. And if he's got a marketing degree, then he needs to take it back to Oklahoma State and get a refund. Okay. Because to me, if all you know how to do is rehash shit, that's not marketing. That's just being greedy as fuck. And that's
Mm-hmm.
all it is. So I'm just going to kind of like sit back and like, because I got some more stuff I'm going to intertwine a little bit later, but I'm going to let y'all do some talking or whatever.
Well, I'll just say this: this whole rehashing thing, like releasing like box set after box set after box set. I don't know. I just feel like this is becoming real old by now, Garth. Like, like, I just because I mean because I keep trying to think in my mind of any other artist that or band that does shit like that, and I can't really think of hardly anyone because it just seems like that's what Garth's shtick is. Like that's basically all he's becoming known for these days. Like he's not really leaving a really good, positive like legacy behind, like by just doing box set after box set. Not to mention the whole gimmick of like where the only way to buy my new album or whatever is like in this box set or something like. I don't know. It just like why can't you release a new album separately? And I just also want to point out that like I don't know what you're doing, Garth, but you really should have your music more readily available, like on streaming services or like YouTube. Like put your music videos on YouTube. Like you had like I mean, despite like you as a person, Garth, like I mean, even I can't deny that you had some pretty good music videos back in the '90s. Like they should be on YouTube so people can see them. Like there's probably some new Garth fans that don't even know if you've made any music videos. Like there's probably some songs they don't even know have videos for them because they can't view them anywhere unless they buy like I don't know like your Ultimate Hits collection from back in the day, which had a DVD with some of your old music videos on it. But I mean, that's beside the point. I'm just saying, like, you're not really getting that many new fans. At least I would be surprised if he's getting new fans by his current like marketing strategy because I feel like the only people sticking with you are like the long term fans and the like as some people would call as the your ego strokers, the ones that are just like will buy anything that you put out, Garth. Like that's basically my only. I guess that's my pretty much my opinion on those situations. I just feel like Garth is like he's really doing like his marketing strategies is really weird and just not doing it for me. And I'm pretty sure it's not doing it for a lot of people. So even though some people may still buy your shit, but I can honestly say I'm not one of them. Like I haven't really fell into any of your marketing traps yet. At least none of your current ones, that is. But yeah, I guess that's my opinion on the social situation right now, unless I think of something else to add. But
Well, Alvin, there is one problem with what you said about how they're getting the music videos. Because last I checked, he was only doing a 2 disc version of that album now, so they're not getting the DVD with it.
oh, okay. Well, I wasn't sure. I mean, unless you can find like the old, like someone who's selling like I guess the original release, because I mean that's basically how I got to see a lot of his music videos was actually when he released the Ultimate Hits collection.
And hell, half of that ain't even videos; it's concert footage.
Oh yeah. Well, that's one thing I've noticed. I don't even think that had all of his videos because I think there was a few that were still missing from that collection. But but yeah, I did notice that a lot of it was concert footage. Like so.
And I do want to go back to what you said, Bill, about the box set. The only way I see it being of value is if he was like to put 3 or 4 new tracks on the older stuff. But we know he ain't gonna do that because he would have already told us about that if that was the case.
Yeah.
Hey, country fan.
Yeah, hey, country fan. Happy Halloween.
Hey, country fan.
Yep.
I don't think the Ultimate Hits DVD has been available since the Blame It All on My Roots box set 10 years ago.
No.
Well, I think it depends on where you go to get it. But I will say this now.
Yeah.
I'm going to take credit for credit's due, whether anybody wants to give me credit for it or not. I was one of the people that actually went on Inside Studio G and mentioned how Garth should bring vinyl back and bring his albums out on vinyl. What happens? A little while later, we get the Legacy Collection, right? Then I got on here one night and was bitching and complaining about how Garth doesn't sell his music on his website. Like you have to go to Amazon or other places where I had to get it. About a month later, Garth started selling his music on the website, right? So I'm going to take credit for that, whether anybody wants to give me credit for it or not. And by the way, we got 2 viewers. We got Country Fan and somebody else, and the other person is not commenting, and I'm kind of wondering why. But anyway, so I'm going to say this right now. I'm a physical media connoisseur. Okay, I love physical media, but I also understand too that I'll put it to you like this. I'm a lover of vinyl. As you can see, I have a pretty nice vinyl collection. And truthfully, that's not really all of it. That's just probably maybe, I'd say 3/4 of it, maybe. Okay. All right. So what I'm trying to say is this. Why do I have to wait like umpteen years to get 3 albums or 4 albums that already should be out on vinyl right now? Like, I'll give you an example. Man Against Machine, there's no reason why there shouldn't be a vinyl release of that. Same for Gunslinger and same for Fun. Now, I can understand, technically, Time Traveler isn't out yet if you really want to look at it. But why isn't there not a vinyl pre-order for that? You want to know why? I'll give you things right. He's going to do another Legacy collection. But not only that, he's going to find a way to rehash it. So if anybody thinks that this is the last time that you're going to see Gunslinger and Man Against Machine and Fun all packaged in a deal together, you're sadly mistaken. Because when he comes out with the Legacy collection, you know there's going to be CDs in it. So he can get those extra sales. Okay? Because it's all about the number and it's all about the dollar. Okay? Now, see, the problem I have is there's stuff out there that Garth fans have been wanting that Garth won't give you. For instance, the Yankee Stadium concert. Okay, there's not a physical media release of that, nor the Notre Dame show, nor the Vegas show that he done that he said he was recording for a release. I understand he ain't been too long done Ireland, so it probably would take a little while for the editing and all that stuff. So I could kind of see that would take a little bit, okay? But there's other shows out there that Garth has done that he could do a Blu-ray or DVD release of, but he chooses not to. See, I've always said that's just like with the your Target box set that he done, the Ultimate box set or whatever it was. Okay, the Ultimate Collection, I think they call it.
Yep.
He could have threw in the Yankee Stadium DVD for. I mean, even if you'd have put it in a DVD case, who cares as long as you got it, right? I'm not that picky. I'm going, oh well, he should have put it in a regular. No, if I would have got that show and I would have got it in a DVD case, you think I care? No, as long as I got it, right? But no, Garth can't do that. Garth has to find. See, I'm gonna tell you something. You're not going to get these shows until Garth can find a way to rehash it. Until Garth can find a way. Probably what he's going to wind up doing is he's going to find a way to rehash that with the first Entertainer collection, and you'll get all those shows at one time. That's how it's going to wind up being. And if he hasn't thought about that, and I know somebody would say, well, don't give Garth any ideas. Believe me, somebody's probably already gave him that idea. I'm just saying what's out there. Okay? Because let me tell you something. He might be a marketing genius to some people, but He ain't nothing but a rehash king to me. And people that are good at rehashing, they'll find a way to do it. They don't need your ideas. They'll find a way to do it. Okay. Um. So my whole spiel is it's just this box set is fucking ridiculous and stupid. Okay. If you were given somebody's, and here's the bad part about this, right? You're not getting anything other than music. Like, why couldn't you give somebody? Why didn't you really do like a really cool bundle? Even if you wanted to rehash the CDs and throw in maybe like a T-shirt, or throw in maybe some kind of little trinkets or something like that, or some guitar picks with it, and different stuff, some stickers and some other shit, maybe some posters or something signed by you or whatever. If you went on and bought if you went on and bought the website, right? Like if you went on and bought the box set on the website, and it's like, say it was like the box set T-shirt bundle, and you can go on and select what size T-shirt you wanted or whatever, right? No, Garth's not going to do anything like that. Want to know why he won't do that? Because it makes fucking sense. That's why. If you notice, if you go see, and the problem with the whole thing is he's so out of date with everything. And like, if you've got a marketing degree and you can't see that, then that degree is not worth the paper it's printed on. Okay. The whole thing about it is, right, I understand you have a limited series. You had two so far. This is the third. This is kind of completing the cycle. To a degree, I understand that. But why can't you give people more than what you're giving them? And let me be honest with you something, okay? Now, I will say this. Garth is good at giving you a lot kind of cheap. But when you look at it, it's also cheaply made. Because if you look at the Legacy collection, right? He made a big deal about that. Hey, Justin's NFL Quarterback Club 99. Okay. Anyway, when you go and you get that box set, if you can still get the Legacy collection out there, right? When you open it up and you get the vinyls, there's nothing special. There's no liner notes, no anything. It's the cardboard holder thing with the record in a paper ass sleeve, and it's this cheap paper ass sleeves. It's not like those nice polygrind leaves that keep your records protected from dust and all that shit. No, it's cheaply made, and who gives a shit about a fucking big Moon Man poster? I could give a damn, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, he sold that box set cheap, but it was made cheap too. The whole thing I'm trying to say on this, guys, is Garth could give you more for your money, but he chooses not to. And let me show you. I want to show y'all something. I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it. You see this? This is the latest Metallica box set. It is the remastered, reissued. Okay. It's a rehash, definitely. Okay. And everybody knows that I'm not a big fan of rehashes, but here's where I support that. You open this bad boy up, right? Okay. Oh, the biggest band on the planet don't sell out arenas. Okay. All right. Vinyl 1. Vinyl 2. Vinyl 3. Okay. Show y'all something right quick. I'm going to set this down here. So vinyl 4 and 5. Now, y'all see that crowd on the back of that fucking thing, dude? 1.6 million people in fucking Moscow. Okay.
Wow.
When you watch the video of that, all you see is people from as far as the eye can see. That picture don't even do that concert justice. Right? When you go watch the Inner Sandman live video when them playing in Moscow in '91, when you're sitting there and you're like, oh my God, look at the people. Right? Okay. So that's that show on vinyl. Okay.
No, there is no
You get
track listing, Justin.
a folder.
Mm.
You get the handwritten lyrics and notes. You get these replica magazine covers, right? Now you also get a um 120-page hardbound book. Okay, right?
Wow.
You get.
Mm.
I'm not gonna pull them all out, but it's 14 CDs, and 6 DVDs. It's live shows, interviews, and it's live shows and interviews and demos. Right? There's like 6 concerts on DVD. And there's like I don't know, probably 7 or 8 concerts on CDs. Um, not including the live Moscow show there on vinyl. Okay. So you're looking at 14 DVDs, 14 CDs, 6 DVDs. You get a lanyard and some other stuff with it. Okay.
Mm.
Now I only paid 200 something bucks for that box set, but let me tell you something. Everything in it was worth the money that was put into it. Right? Think about it. Why can't you mean to tell me Garth is almost all right? Metallica's been doing this for 42 years, right? That's how long they've been a band. And I would want to say probably about 38 of them or 39 of them they've been a signed band. Okay. They've played it, like I said, they've played everywhere. You mean to tell me that Garth doesn't have shows in his vault somewhere that he's never released? Okay. Why can't you do a box set like that? Right? You want to know why? Because Garth will give you shit. That's why. So just in case y'all want to see it, I'll show it to you. Okay. That right there is all jam packed with CDs and DVDs. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's fucking like I don't know. I can't. Even, I quit counting already. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and they're not cheaply made either. I mean, like they've got like fronts, covers, lyrics. They've even got little when you take the CDs out. I mean, they've even got like cardboard things that cover the CDs. See, look at that. So I mean, really, the biggest band in the world, who also owns their own record label, who also owns their own masters, can do shit like that. And you mean to tell me Garth can't? I mean, come on now. I'm not an idiot. I mean, I'm not the smartest man on the planet, but I'm not an idiot either. See what I'm saying? So, I mean, these what makes this so bad? What makes this? The reason I done this was not so much to just bash Garth for the things he's doing. It's those call out those loyalist fans who believe that he can't do nothing wrong and will find every way to justify this box set, but yet not say, well, yeah, it is a rehash and yeah, maybe he could give us more. No, they sit there and praise the shit out of it. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, why are you praising this box set when you know Garth could give you a lot more and give you more of different? and give you stuff that's actually worth something, right? No. You want to know something? Garth won't give you something like that.
I would have to agree with you,
And if
country
you don't
fan.
like my view on Owen, let me tell you something. That's not the only one they've done. The Injustice for All box set. There's actually 5 of these all together. I only have 4 of them, but and they're all jam packed to the hilt, just like that one was. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, a guy who tries to say that physical media is dead, whatever, then if that's the case, then why are you still putting out box sets with CDs in them? Especially CDs that people already have.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You cannot tell me that when you play a show live, okay, that it's not recorded on your sound system, and when you're done with the tour or whatever, all them shows are not downloaded into some kind of thing and put in a vault somewhere. You had to have to, because all the tracks on Triple Live are from a different show. So what gets me is, if you've got one track from those shows, you've got all the tracks from those shows. Okay? You mean to tell me you can't offer somebody something like that? One of those box sets like that right there? Even if he was to come out and say, guess what, guys? I'm going to re-release Gunslinger in a box set. I'm going to give you the CD. I'm going to give you the vinyl, but I'm going to give you 4 or 5 like shows that I did, really good really good audio quality shows from that era, from that tour. And I'm going to charge you, say, $30 for the box set or $40. I said, okay, that might be worth it just to get those live shows, right?
Mhm.
No, he's not going to do that.
Well, he could also add to that and do
Because
the DVD.
Garth don't. Yeah, he
Because
doesn't see value in that. And what is? I'm sorry, Robert. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, he already said one time before on Studio G that he records every concert with video and audio.
Okay. All right. So here's what gets me, right. Okay. He says one of his excuses is that the songwriters don't get paid enough. Well, pay the motherfuckers more. Right? Why don't you start a YouTube channel, put all your music on YouTube, put all your videos on YouTube, let it get monetized, and whatever money is made from YouTube, give it to the songwriters.
Exactly.
Why you want to do that? For one, because then the actual songwriters might actually make some money, and so he can't use that excuse again. So that's one of the reasons why. And 2, it's not about that. It never was about that. It's about him being able to be the biggest selling artist on the fucking planet. But see, here's the funny thing, and I said this the other day, and this is what's funny. Garth is supposed to be a religious man, right? At least I would say so, because from all I've ever known, he's always had the line in his album, through God all things are possible, right? So I would think
Yep.
he's, fairly much a believer if he would have that in his liner notes on his records, right? First of all, if you're a believer, a true believer in the man, right, you wouldn't be superstitious of the number 13, because there's no really such thing as superstition. Okay. 2, right, when you stand before the Lord, you really think that all them album sales is going to get you into heaven? I'm sorry, but God's probably going to look at you and be like, you know what? If this is all you got to offer, he said, you remember that song you sung a long time ago called Standing Outside the Fire? He said, well, I got a new hit for you to sing. It's going to be called Standing Inside the Fire. He said, depart from me, because I never knew you. Okay? What I'm trying to say is, all these album sales, all this money you make, you can't take it with you. And even if you could put it in your casket and take it with you, it's going to stay in the ground where your body's at. It ain't going where your soul's going. Okay, so my whole thing is, man, quit making it all about money. Quit manipulating your fans and letting them think that you're such a great fucking guy and that you're doing. Let me tell you something. When Garth does something for somebody, believe me, he's not doing it out of the kindness of his heart. He's doing it because he knows there's something he can get out of it. When like I said, when he did the vinyl collection, he didn't do it because people wanted vinyl. He saw it as a way, okay, yeah, they want vinyl, I'll give it to them, but I'm going to do another rehash on top of it. And that's just, and like I said, that's the way Garth is going to do things. He's not going to give you something unless he's getting something out of it. That's the thing about it. You know, I don't mean to harp on this, right? But like that was like a few years ago when Eric Church put out that album, Mr. Misunderstood. You know, his whole fan club got that album free. Okay, before anybody else did. Yep. He gave the album to the fans before anybody else got it. If you were a paid member of his fan club, you got that album sent to your house for nothing.
Even before the label got a hold of it.
Yeah.
You think Garth's gonna do something like that? You're really smoking some dope.
You're really smoking some dope.
Right? And the problem I have is, like I said, it's not so much Garth all the time. It's those fans that think he does nothing wrong. That's what gets to me. That's who I'm not only calling out in this thing. I'm not only calling Garth out, but I'm calling them out too. So yeah. It's one of those things where you just get tired of the bullshit. And I'm telling you right now, I'm tired of the bullshit. And I'm just going to say this, whether I pick up the box set or not, it has nothing to do that I want to make the man sell more records. For one, I'm just a completist. And two, right? Like I said, I'm not crazy about Garth Brooks the person, but I do like his music. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, only thing I can say is Garth, quit being a dumbass. And if you decide you're going to release another album within the next 3 to 4 years, release the vinyl with it and don't make people wait. Because there's more people out here that would rather have the vinyl version of your album than a CD. Okay? And quit not putting your damn albums on places like Spotify, on Apple and stuff like that. Let me tell you something. Okay, sure. Maybe a lot of people don't make a lot of money from streaming, right? But you know what? At least the fans can get the shit. You alienate your fans by doing the dumbest shit on the planet.
Yeah.
And the problem I have is no one calls you out on it. But I will say this, people are starting to wake up. Because now I'm starting to see articles written about, Garth's just rehashing another box set to sell you something that he says you can't get anywhere else. But so I'm not the only one that's woken up to the light. There's other people too that are starting to wake up and see that shit.
Yeah.
At first, this box set was exclusive to Bass Pro Shop. Well, now you can get it
and Cabela's.
Live. And Cabela's. Next place you're gonna get is Charlie Ching's Chinese. After they don't sell worth of shit, and you try to get rid of them.
Don't be quiet while Bill. Oh my God.
Or there'll be an Ollie somewhere.
An Ollie, yeah, baby.
I'm gonna tell you what. I think it was like last year or last. I went into Ollie's. And anybody doesn't know what Ollie's is kind of like one of those bargain stores, kind of like they're kind of like big lots in a way, right? They're like a
We have a chain of those up here
like
called
I think
Martin's.
they're like a
Surplus
retail
and
store
salvage.
where they, yeah, and it's kind of like they sell like it's kind of like overstock stuff. Stuff that people can't get rid of, they'll fucking sell and stuff.
Yeah,
but it's good stuff. It's they just sell it cheap, right? I went in there one day, and I swear to God, they probably had a rack, probably as big as those vinyl shelves, maybe a little bit bigger. And they had fucking the legacy. They had the first anthology in there, hardback cover and everything, $5 a fucking piece.
Wow.
Shit tons of them damn things. That shows you the shit don't sell. That's why retail stores aren't damn carrying your shit no more. Because it doesn't sell. You make such a big deal out of every fucking thing, but yet the shit don't sell. That was like the first time I was ever introduced to Ollie's. I was living in New York, and they opened up one near us. I went in there, and they had the Blame It All on My Roots box set. They had some of those in there. They were selling those. I think they were like $10 or whatever, right? And then it wasn't long after that, I went in there one time and they had some of the Target box sets in there, right? So what I'm trying to say is, homeboy, right?
Homeboy.
Just because you think your shit's all that, it really ain't.
Yeah.
Because I've always said, you know how you made it? You know how you know you made it? Is when you made the bargain bin. Because then people buy your shit cheap.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I mean, I really don't. I mean, I could sit here. I could probably go on another 2 or 3 hours just bashing the man, but I don't really want to do that because, you know, I do want to try to say something nice about the guy, but it's kind of hard.
Yeah, he makes it hard to.
I mean,
it makes it hard to root for him.
Here's what I'm going to do. Garth's the kind of guy that'll play on your team and you want to win so bad, but he has an ego problems, but you hope the preacher strikes his ass out at the same time just so he'll shut the fuck up and sit down. You know what I'm saying? Because every time he goes up there, he thinks he's going to hit a home run or some shit. He's up there like pointing the fucking bleachers and shit like that. But hell, he's got like a 125 batting average or some shit.
Oh yeah. He steps up to the plate.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
he's like,
okay,
yeah, I'm all that in a bag of chips. That's basically him in a nutshell.
He maybe hits like every 50 times he's at bat or some shit. But yet he's up here pointing at the fucking bleachers like he's gonna put one out there. Okay.
Yeah,
he's the kind of guy that you just like strike this motherfucker out so he sits down because he's an embarrassment. But the fucking team won't get rid of his ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the kind of person Garth is. That, you know what I'm saying? It's just like if he was on my team, I was like, somebody strike this motherfucker out.
Yeah, because he's
get him off the plate.
Because he's
you know what I'm saying? He's a damn embarrassment.
Yeah, he's a damn embarrassment and a dumbass, right? Wild Billy Goat.
But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna shut up for a little bit because I have been talking a lot, and I'm gonna let some other people voice their opinions.
I just want to say that he has the potential, but he's not going to do this. He has the potential to do something big with the Killer Live that's coming out. He could bundle that with the Ireland special, plus the other shows that you mentioned that haven't been released, along with unedited DVDs of the Entertainer, because that Entertainer set is just horrible.
Yeah, you could now see that would be something worth spending your money on.
Yeah.
But
Like,
we are
yeah.
talking about Garth here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's, you know, I don't understand. I just don't understand his thinking when it comes to shit. I really don't. Because like you say, Lance, he has the potential to do a lot of great things,
Mm-hmm.
but he chooses not to.
No.
And,
Like,
and he
oh, sorry,
really
go ahead.
thinks that he's giving his fans something, but he's really not.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. I was,
Oh, okay.
you know,
Like, with Anthology 4 that back in September he said was coming out this fall. Well, he hasn't said anything else about it, so we're not getting that this year. But like with the Anthology 4 that covers the retirement years, he could load all the CDs with that with a bunch of Lost Session songs, but he probably won't. Stuff that we've never heard before, like a bunch of
see,
stuff.
here's where the anthology. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But here's what got me, because didn't he say that the purpose of the anthologies were to give you views of stuff that's like you've never heard for, say, for instance, when he did the first anthology, he gave you the song. And then a lot of times he gave you the first right version or the demo version of whatever. Because like me and Robert's been talking, like me and him, our favorite fucking version of That Summer is the demo when he's got on the anthology.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a better track. I really do. Okay. That was the idea behind the anthology? If I'm not mistaken, anthology
Yes, it was.
2 wasn't nothing but a rehash of the original fucking tracks.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the way the cookie crumbles.
So the whole idea behind the anthology, you done fucked anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I mean, like, then again, like I said, the potential of stuff that he could do, he doesn't do it. But he
Mm-hmm.
thinks the stuff that he does is so fucking great. I'm like, why? I mean, everybody, I'm going to put it to you like this right here. Everybody knows, and everybody's been clamoring and wanting the studio version of Thunder Rolls and Friends in Low Places with the third verses on them or whatever, right? He
Mm-hmm.
won't give you that. You want to know why? Because he's an asshole. He wants to hold on to it. For what reason? I don't know. Why do you like? Why are you sitting there holding on to shit that can make you fucking money that people really want, but you don't want to give it to them all because you got a fucking ego problem?
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm just gonna tell you straight out, man. I mean, I just don't really see. I mean, I just don't really see the real value in this box set. I really don't. I mean, if it's all the original tracks and and there's no bonus track. I mean, okay, some people saying, well, why would you want bonus tracks when you're getting a whole new CD of brand new tracks? Well, first of all, why does that matter? He could still do some other shit, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. My thing is this, right? That's just like what was it? Robert was talking about, right? Originally, if people don't know this, and I didn't know it till Robert told me, but Man Against Machine was supposed to be a double album.
That's right.
What happened to all the other tracks?
Yep.
Why couldn't
in the vault collecting
Man
dust?
Against Machine, the double album version. Yep. Only place you could get it is in this box set. See, and now that might make it worth something. Okay. Now you get, not only are you getting 10 new tracks, a whole new CD that ain't come out yet, but you're also getting the songs that were supposed to have been on the other songs that were supposed to have been on Man Against the Machine. You're all getting now because you've never heard them before.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay? So why couldn't he have done something like that? Because it just won't work. Because that's giving you something. That's giving you something, really giving you something for your money. But see, like I always tell people, the things that make sense is the things that people won't do. The things that are stupid and idiotic is the things that people jump all over and think it's the greatest fucking thing in the world.
All he wants to do is beat the Beatles in sales, but it'll never happen because the Beatles are still putting out unheard stuff like every single year.
Yeah. I'll be honest. Like, sorry to cut you off. I just want to say, like, that's the wrong mentality to have. Do not become an artist just to have the mentality of I'm going to be bigger than the Beatles. Just
exactly.
Yeah, that's basically just what I wanted to say.
Yeah. Like, for example, November 10th.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay. Like, for example, November 10th, the Beatles, they're re-releasing their Red and Blue compilation albums, but they're adding extra tracks on them that weren't on the original ones, and plus a brand new never before heard song called Now and Then. I think I sent an article about that in the group chat. Now that is worth buying.
Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna throw this out here too. If I'm not mistaken, I heard this when Prince passed away, that they said there's so much fucking music in his vault that they could put out an album from now to the end of time and probably wouldn't put out all the music that he's got recorded. Right?
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
The whole thing that gets me right.
Same thing with Michael Jackson.
That's like
Sorry to
Metallica,
interrupt.
and like I said, I'm trying not to beat a dead horse here, right? But yeah. No, you're good. But see, here's the thing. Now, I'll be the first one to criticize somebody if they do something that I think is kind of asinine, right? Okay. Just because Metallica is the biggest band on the planet, and just because they're my favorite band of all time, doesn't mean that they don't deserve criticism when it's just and due. Okay, like the last two albums, in a way, I'll go to that. Now, as far as music wise, I think they're great records. For how they were packaged and stuff like that, and how they were distributed, I wasn't really a big fan of. So I've called them out on that shit. Okay. I understand why they did some of it the way they did it. Like, I'll give you an example. When they come out with Hardwired to Self-Destruct, they did a 2-disc version and a 3-disc version. Okay. One disc was supposed to kind of have like a certain kind of sound to it that was kind of like maybe more reminiscent of the earlier years. And then the second album was more kind of stuff that was more modern Metallica now, with maybe like one like really heavy thrash song thrown in at the end of it. Okay. And then they did a third album that had a song that they had out for a single for a while called Lords of Summer, but they never really had an official studio release of the album. It was just always a live song they played. Well, they did what they called a first pass version of it, where they recorded kind of like a demo version of it in the studio. But when they put it on the album, they went in, re-recorded it. I think they changed some of the lyrics around a little bit. The music's a little bit different. Not much. I mean, it's still basically the same song. They put that on there with like, I think it was like 3 or 4 cover tracks and then some live tracks. Now, I could have what I would have done if I would have been in. See, here's the problem. When they split the music up like that, even on the 2 disc version, all the music they put out could have went on 1 disc. That's what a lot of people were complaining about, and I was kind of complaining about that too. They could have put all that music on 1 disc, and then if they wanted to do that bonus track plus those covers plus a few live tracks, they went and that was the 2 disc version. Okay, I'd have been fine with that, right? You know, but or it had just done a 2 disc version and took that one bonus track and put it at the very end of the second CD, and have been like, here's that bonus track everybody wanted, Lords of Summer that we'd been playing for like the last year or so, or 2 years live. Okay, so that was kind of asinine the way they done that, because it's like, okay, now you're sitting here going, what do I really want? Do I want the 2 disc version that's got just the regular album tracks, or do I want the 3rd disc version to get that one extra fucking song, right? So you were kind of at a dilemma, right? But here's something that Metallica done that I don't think Garth's ever done. When that album came out, if you bought a concert ticket, you got the album free with your concert ticket. So if you bought,
Nice.
say like you bought a CD for you, or you bought a ticket for you and your friend and your wife, or you and your girlfriend, whoever went with you, when they sent you the ticket, they sent you a CD for every ticket that you bought. Okay,
Nice.
You think Garth's gonna do that? Okay, right? No,
Nope.
he's not gonna do something like that. So what I'm trying to say is, even though they kind of come out asinine with the way they did the record, they still treated their fans right in the long run. Okay, now like this new album they come out with the CD packaging up for that, it's just god awful, man. I was just like, what'd y'all do? Throw a fucking dark at the wall, and whatever CD package it landed on is what you fucking chose or some shit. I mean, it was fucking asinine. But the music's great. Now I love the vinyl release of it. The vinyl release of it was pretty cool how they done it. Okay, so I'm not knocking the vinyl version. I'm knocking the CD version of it. And like I said, they're the biggest fucking band on the world. And I've got criticisms. What does that fucking tell you? You think I'm just gonna let fucking Garth off the hook? I don't think so. When Metallica's done a whole hell of a lot right than they've done wrong. Okay. Let me tell y'all something. The music industry would be a whole hell of a lot worse than what it is if Metallica would have never stood up to Napster for what Napster was doing. They got a lot of hell for that. They got a lot of criticism for that. They lost a lot of fans because of that, because the fans believe, well, you got so much money, who cares whether people get your music for free? It's not about getting it for free. It's about the band giving it to you for free if they give it to you, not you taking it for fucking free. Metallica's gave out plenty of music free. It's because they wanted you to have it, not because you wanted it and took it. There's a difference in that. That's just like me when I write a book. If you get it for free, it's because I gave it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't expect somebody else. I mean, okay, yeah, if somebody gives it to you, hopefully they've bought it or bought another version of it to give to you. Okay. I mean, even though I don't make a lot of money on my books, hardly any at all, still doesn't mean that unless you want it, that you should just go out and take it. But if you get a version of it, if you get a copy of it, a lot of times I'll give you one if that's what you want. If I have copies on hand.
All right.
I'm not a greedy fucker. Never have been.
That's it. I'm going to Barnes and Noble, but I'm
But that's
stealing
the
it,
whole
damn it.
thing.
Well, damn, well, Robert.
Okay, I don't give a shit.
As-
Can't get it to Barnes and Noble nowhere.
I know, that's why I said it.
yeah,
Still in the air, homeboy.
still in there, yeah, homeboy.
But it's the whole thing. It's about that. And see, but a lot of those people now that are bitching, a lot of the people now that are bitching, they're not making any money in the music industry anymore. Or the same people that fucking bash Metallica for what they did against Napster. So I mean, what are you gonna do about it, right? Like with Garth, he talks about all these places. Why are you limiting to where people can get your fucking music? You're not helping yourself, and you're damn sure not helping the songwriters. If you praise them as much as you say you do, you would want people to hear their music any way they could fucking get it. Because you'd want these people to know how talented these people were. No, you choose to fucking like alienate your fans by only, oh well, you can only get my music on Amazon, and you can only buy the box sets, and I won't do vinyl because I'm just a dumbass that has nothing else better to do than sit home and talk about the Queen all day. Like, who gives a shit? I mean, I got nothing against Trisha Yearwood, but I mean, who gives a shit? Really? I mean, inside, and here's the ironicness in all this. Garth thinks YouTube is devil because he thinks that people can go on there, listen to music, and the artists not get paid for it. But what do you think happens when you play a clip of music, or you play half a song on fucking Inside Studio G on Facebook? You think Facebook's giving anybody royalties for that? I'm sorry, but they're not. So who's the pot calling the kettle black?
Yeah.
So get off your fucking high horse that you ride in on and start looking at the dumb shit that you fucking do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did want to mention something about this devil thing, though.
You give these people 5 albums.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I was just saying I wanted to kind of like dumb down or like on this whole like devil thing because he calls YouTube the devil and everything, but like not like I'm not like a very like super like religious person, even though I do have like my faith and my beliefs and everything. But I mean, not to get religious or anything, but you would think if Garth really is the man of God that he claims to be and everything, that he wouldn't even be superstitious, because I feel like most Christians wouldn't be superstitious because they would consider superstition to be a tool of the devil. A devil is what makes because like they say that God works in mysterious ways. Well, I mean, in a way, the devil works in his own ways as well, because he's always here manipulating people's minds and mindsets and everything. And you would think Garth would put 2 and 2 together, realize like superstition, it's not real. It's basically just a fear that the devil is putting in his head or something. And yet he's trying to like be like, oh, I'm a man of God and everything, and calls everything else the devil, like YouTube. When like why do you fear like the number 13, or like that you're so superstitious you can't have a track 13 on your album or something? Like I don't know. It's just one of those mind-boggling things to me that I can't really comprehend. Like Garth's way of thinking, like his total mindset is just it's just totally mind-boggling. That's all I wanted to say. Like this whole devil thing, like and I honestly like I was actually telling Wild Bill before we even started the stream, is I think that the main reason Garth calls YouTube the devil, but he would never like openly admit this, is because that's where all his critics are, making videos and doing live streams, kind of like what Wild Bill is doing here tonight. The Wild doing here tonight, like this, like basically we're just proving Garth's point that YouTube is the devil in like a somewhat twisted, ironic way. But I mean, but YouTube's not really the devil. I don't know where he's getting that shit from. But yeah, I just wanted to say that, Wild Bill.
Exactly, country. Everything you said is spot on.
Yeah, Garth Brooks just
and follow up with that album from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Follow up with that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you realize? Does people realize how many bands I've actually discovered on YouTube and went out and bought their albums because of that? I'll give you an example of one band, Texas Hippie Coalition. And you know, and Robert knows how much I talk about them. right?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a band I discovered on YouTube. I've seen them twice live now. I've got all their records, right? Well, all
Yeah.
their albums. I don't have all their vinyl, but it's because you can only
Yeah.
get some of it. But anyway, the point about it is I discovered them on YouTube. So therefore, discovering them on YouTube, they've made money off of me because I
Yeah.
like their music so much. I went out and bought their records. Wow, I mean, ain't that kind of cool? Ain't that kind of weird? Right?
Yeah.
You find somebody for free, but then you're willing to give them money because you like their music so damn good. Right? I mean, is that not hard to fucking understand? Right? And they're not the only
Mm.
band I've discovered like that. There's been other bands I've discovered like that. And what I do,
Yeah.
go out and buy their music. Or I heard a song off of like a compilation album where, like, I remember one time a band I discovered, this record label had put out a CD that had like one track from all the bands that were on their label, right? I liked a
Yeah.
couple songs on them so good, I went out and bought a couple of records from the guys from the bands that were on that sampler CD,
Yeah.
right? Now I have every album in their catalog just about. Wow, ain't that kind of weird? I mean, don't you think that when you do shit like that, people discover shit and then people get into it and then they want to buy the music? It's not hard. I mean, seriously. I mean, but see, some people, yeah, you might have a marketing degree, but you don't have any kind of degree in fucking common sense. You've got a piece of paper that makes you think you fucking smart, but your brain tells you fucking otherwise. Your actions tell you otherwise. My whole thing is this, Garth. Quit acting like these fucking places are the devil. You look at, for instance, Jacob's Well, right? They've got their music on Spotify. You really thinking they're making a whole lot of money from it? And they independent and they do everything independent. No. But it's about getting their music out there, because if they get their music out there, they get discovered. They get discovered, they may get a record deal. If they get a record deal, then they might make some serious money. Okay? It's not always about, oh man, I got to sell 20 million fucking records. Everybody wants that, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. Sometimes you got to take baby steps. You ever heard that? You ever heard that fucking term? You got to crawl before you can walk and walk before you can run. Now, some motherfuckers want to come out the room hauling ass. It don't work that way. And Garth is one of those people. I don't know what happened to the guy, but when he first come back, he wasn't that way. I really thought he was all genuine and was like, you know what I'm saying, man, I just want to come back and all this stuff. You know, you got an album, Man Against the Machine. Like, I'm thinking, all right, man, this motherfucker's gonna take on a record label. Nah, it ain't that way. The Man Against the Machine, it's against YouTube, fucking Spotify, all that shit. Like, it ain't about the fucking record labels who are out here ripping fucking people off. And now the music industry so bad. See, it used to be the studios got all the album, like 90% of the album sales, and the band got all the touring money. Now the music industry so bad that the fucking record label gets a cut of the fucking concert, what you get, the money you get live. That's why a lot of bands out here stay on the road so fucking much. It's because the only way they can fucking make money is to be out on the road, because they're not getting anything hardly from album sales. And now that the fucking record labels are taking a cut of their fucking money they get playing live, man, they gotta play 100 fucking dates or 200 dates a fucking year to even make any fucking thing. So go figure. And I actually want to see Garth play a fucking dive bar, not something like the fucking size of Gillies and call it a fucking dive bar, right? I actually want to see him play a shit in a hole, like that'll hold maybe like 50 fucking people and call it. You want to know something? Metallica's done that. They played that fucking bar, Grimey's in fucking and alley wasn't even a bar. It was a record store. They played the fucking basement to about fucking maybe 30 or 40 fucking people, and actually recorded the show and put it out and called Live at Grimey's, and it was in Nashville, Tennessee. Wow, ain't that some shit? I mean, come on, man. I mean, really, honestly. I mean, if they can do that, why can't you? It's the point in they don't want to. And let me tell you something that Metallica's done that's different from anybody else. Now they offer their shows. They don't sell them on webs. They don't sell them like in stores or online like at Amazon and place anymore. The only place you can get it is off their website. And I'll give you an example. Do I have? No, I don't have one in here. They sell these albums, and they're like in these cardboard sleeves, right? Now the discs are professionally made and everything. They have the writing on them and all that stuff, but the CDs are kind of like in these little fold out cardboard things with just like a little cover glued onto it or whatever. They sell them on their fucking website. They look like bootlegs is basically what it is, right? They sell every one of them from every fucking show they play. Now, here's the funny thing about that. Those things are made to order, so it's not like they're sitting there with them fucking, and if they don't sell, it's not like they're losing a whole lot of damn money. You know what I'm saying? So you buy one, they pretty much slap the cover on it. They've probably already got the. I mean, it doesn't take you long to burn a CD and write and burn the cover on it. And put to you like this: the way they do that, they could probably you'd order today. They probably put the cover on it, print the CD, put the music on the CD, and have it to you within a couple of days. Okay. But see, all that stuff is made to order now. Think anybody else does stuff like that? No, they don't. See, you got to start thinking outside the damn box. You just can't stop thinking inside the box and expect people outside the box to understand what the fuck you're coming from. It don't work that way. I'm telling you right now. I mean, I just don't get it. I really don't. I don't understand why he makes such a big deal out of the shit that he makes a deal out of. And then the people out here, the same people that might actually come out and say, yeah, well, I don't agree with it. But they won't agree with it in fucking public, or they won't agree with other true diehard Garth Brooks fans, because they know how they're gonna get treated. They're gonna get called, oh, you're not a real Garth fan and all that stuff. No, a true fan of an artist will like the things they do right and disagree and dislike the things they do wrong, and they'll come out, they'll call the artist out on it, or they'll come out and say, yeah, I'm not a fan of that because I think that's junk. Garth Brooks could literally put out a track tomorrow, an album tomorrow, with 30 tracks on it, each song 30 fucking seconds, and they go out and buy the fuck out of it. And say, oh, well, he was just doing something to try something different. Really?
Wow.
There'd be motherfuckers out here that'd justify that shit. That's how damn brainwashed and how much of the Kool-Aid they've drinking.
True that.
Yeah, he could make a damn record of him taking a shit and people would buy it.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's called bathroom noises from Garth, and they eat that shit up, man.
The bathroom sessions.
Yeah, the bathroom
big
sessions.
old turd on the front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, seriously. I mean,
Yeah.
they go out and fucking buy the shit out of it.
True.
Oh, it's the greatest thing he's done. Bathroom noises. I'm like, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
about the noises. Like even I don't want to hear that. Like that's
TMI.
yeah, like that's basically
So I
it.
got,
Yeah,
so I
I'm
got a,
I was like, it's like there's just some things you shouldn't release, like to the people. Just like they say, there's some things you probably should keep to yourself. Like you don't need to, like we don't need to know about all your personal like hygiene situations or whatever. Yeah, like that is crazy. Hmm.
well, I got some advice for you, Gar. So this is what I want you to know, okay? So since you got an album you just put out called Time Traveler, do us all a favor and time travel your ass back in time for right before you come back and tell the
Yeah,
you that you run into not to be a fucking dumbass
yeah, true that.
and to quit rehashing shit.
Yeah. Like I'll be honest with you, like I'm wondering, like I mean, I'm not saying, I mean, because well, to be honest, if Garth was a hell of a lot better artist, maybe the title Traveler would actually be a pretty cool title or anything. But since it's Garth or whatever, but I just kept thinking like where is Garth like when he was get ready or he feels like he's ready to put out a new album. Like I'm wondering what is the creative process that he goes through to naming his albums. I don't know why. Like even his last album, Fun, it I don't know. It felt like it lacked creativity even in choosing a title for your album. I mean, Fun is just like a simple word. Like not saying a an album called Fun couldn't be great, but I mean unfortunately it wasn't, Garth. It wasn't even worth the wait. Like waiting 2 years. And now here we are with Time Traveler and I'm feeling like it's gonna be just another dud in his career. Like what
Okay. Y'all
okay.
fixing to find the real hypocrisy in this one, okay?
Uh-oh.
Uh oh,
Now,
here
for
we
those of you
go.
who do not know, those of you
Yeah.
who do not know, the song on Time Traveler called The Ride is the version that David Allen Coe recorded. Okay? Probably one of the
Okay.
greatest fucking songs of country music about the late great Hank Williams, right? You know what this
Okay.
dumbass does? He goes and records the song and writes another verse to it because he feels the fucking song wasn't finished or it don't feel finished to him.
Okay.
You're gonna go out here and
Yeah.
write a third verse to a fucking song that you feel like is not finished, but you won't
Yeah.
give us a third verse of Friends in Low Places and fucking Thunder Rolls, knowing good and damn well that the damn video version has the imagery of the third verse in it. Now, what gets me is why would you go and fuck up a legendary song like that just because you felt like, well, I didn't feel like the song was finished. Well, maybe the Thunder Rolls ain't finished, dumbass.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Yeah.
Friends in Low Places ain't finished, dumbass. But yet you won't give us a studio version of that.
Oh
But
my
yet
god, he's like
you want to add
that.
another verse to the ride, one of the greatest fucking songs that was ever written.
Oh my god.
I mean, come
Now,
on, man. Seriously.
okay, now I know why Garth called his new album Time Traveler. He's trying to, like, in his mind, he's trying to rewrite history. But I'm sorry, you can't, like, dumbass. Like, I mean, that's basically it. I mean, if that's really what he's doing. Like,
Honestly, And this is no offense to the Kelly Clarkson people out here, okay?
Yeah.
Right? But the only song I'm actually looking forward to off this whole fucking album is that song he done a duet with Ronnie Dunn with, because I just kind of feel like that's two kind of weird um pairs, two weird people to pair together. So I'm
Yeah.
kind of interested to see how this turns out. It's
Yeah.
either going to be really great or it's going to blow. But given the professional that Ronnie Dunn is, I'm pretty fucking sure his part of it's going to be great. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
True.
So I'm
True.
kind of eager to hear this.
Okay. Yeah. I'm
But
actually curious.
seriously,
Yeah.
Garth, you're gonna take a fucking legendary song and write another fucking verse to it because you feel like the fucking song wasn't fucking done.
Yeah.
What a fucking hypocrite!
Yeah, and
Tell me.
you don't even release the finished
I had
versions of your.
I'm
Well, yeah, well, actually, that's actually a good point, Wild Bill, because I mean, like people have been begging Garth for years to release the full version of like the Thunder Rose and Friends in Low Places, like an actual like fully studio version, not just perform it live and put in the third verse or the secret third verse, like when you're performing it live, but you won't give the fans a full length studio version of your own songs. Like, I mean, that's like, I mean, that does make him a hypocrite. Yeah.
But here's the funny thing about it. Then you get a metal band goes out here and records the fucking song and puts a third verse in it.
Oh yeah, because yeah, I thought that was so cool when that one band like recorded the Thunder Rose and actually like put in the third verse. It's like well, if Garth won't do it, we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I thought that was cool. I even loved their music
Telling
video
you, man.
they
I'm
did
just
too. But yeah, you make a good point there, Wild Bill, and I'm just
I don't
like
know, man. I just like
yeah. And to kind of dumb down what you were saying, I'll be honest. When I first read the track listing for his new album, Time Travel, I'll be honest with you. I'm not even gonna like sugarcoat this, but when I saw that one of the people he did a duet with was Kelly Clarkson, my immediate thought was like, Kelly, why did you record a duet with Garth? Like, I mean, because I'm a Kelly Clarkson fan, actually more so than a Garth Brooks fan. So I don't know. That was just my immediate reaction. Like Kelly, like out of all the people
Hey,
you could have duetted with, why Garth?
like Trish used to say, now her career's gonna go downhill.
Oh
She
yeah,
done got with Garth.
oh yeah. Trish always said that. Trish always said that. Like it always seems like every time Garth duets with someone who actually had a pretty good career up to that point where they actually duetted with Garth, then it's like their career takes a nosedive right after. It's like and you never really hear from them again. I really hope that's not the case with Kelly, but
except
she's about to
except
feel
for
the.
Charlie Pride, he was just too much of a fucking legend.
Oh yeah, Charlie Pride, yeah. But
Well, we
yeah,
all see what happened to that.
oh
He
yeah,
got,
yeah.
he kind of died a few
Yeah.
months
Oh,
after releasing it. So
oh yeah, I remember when he found out
Yeah.
Charlie Pride. Yeah, I remember when he found out Charlie
You
Pride.
can't blame that on Garth.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I know, but I did.
hey, we ain't too sure that he didn't give him the
I think he
COVID he had.
Like, I'll be honest with you because I remember when he found out about Charlie Pride's passing. I remember Trish actually made a comment like, "Oh my God, Garth killed the man." Like Trish actually said that. I know it was a joke, but I mean, it's fresh in my mind when Trish said that. Like, "Oh my God, Garth killed the man."
I just think it's just coincidental circumstances. That's all. I
Yeah,
mean,
I know. Yeah,
I think he
like,
wound up. I mean,
yeah,
my whole thing is this, right? It's
yeah,
just people can sit there and say what they want to. I'm just getting one of the things I'm tired, and I'm going to say this, and I'm talking to myself when I say this. So I'm not. If I'm bashing somebody, I'm bashing myself too.
yeah.
Just be the one way that Garth Brooks is gonna quit fucking doing the shit he's doing is when people quit coming out of the fucking pocket and buying the shit. But he's gonna do it as long as he knows people are gonna buy it. People quit buying it, he's gonna stop doing it. The only way you're gonna quit getting box sets from fucking Garth is people just stand up and say, "Guess what? You can rehash it if you want to, but we're not gonna fucking buy it." When he starts putting that money in down, that shit start going down the drain, and he's out here having all this shit made and it's not fucking selling. Guess what? Then he's gonna be like, "Oh shit, man, and maybe they really are tired of my shit." By the time then, it's gonna be a little bit too fucking late.
Yeah.
And what I want to know is if Garth claims that the reason why he's doing some of the stuff he does because physical media is dead, is dying, and it's hard to get it manufactured anymore. What you gonna do? Say 5 years from now, you put out another fucking album. What are you gonna do? Give it out all digitally? You might as well go ahead and retire because you ain't the only place you're gonna be able to get it is Amazon.
Yep.
Yeah.
And from
Unless
what
they don't drop
I read on the
in.
article, I think it's just an old article, but he was talking about how he wasn't going to release the fucking album on Amazon, and yet you're partnered with Amazon. So what kind of dumb shit is that? I mean, I just want to know, like, I would really like to know who's coming up with some of the ideas for this fucking guy, because we really need to have a talk.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe I'll buy
God
him lunch.
claims he don't know what their sources are. That he never said that any of that in any of them articles.
What now?
Garth claims he don't know.
He
who
never
their-
said what?
Garth claims he don't know who the sources are that was reporting to these articles, to these magazines and stuff. That he didn't say none of that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I bet you didn't.
I will be very
That was
surprised
like he
if
told
Time Traveler
everybody,
doesn't
"Oh."
get a standalone release.
Oh, it's gonna get. He's done said it's gonna get a standalone release.
Mm-hmm.
He said that last night on Inside Studio G.
Yeah, I'll just be very surprised if it
But
doesn't.
see,
though.
here's the fucking thing, though, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's another way for him to. But see, here's where. Let me tell y'all something. Okay. I agree with a lot of people out here. God, people say, "Well, I don't even have a CD player anymore, so why would I want it? Why would I want the CD version? I either want a download version or the vinyl." God, if you're so hell bent on giving people fucking CDs still, right? Okay. Why don't you do this? I'm fixing to give you an idea. This is a free one. I won't charge you this one, okay? But next time I come up with an idea and you use that motherfucker, I want to check, okay? Because if you do it, I know you took my fucking idea and I want to check. Okay? You can take the vinyl, okay? Now, let me give you an example, okay? Give me an example. Where's that CD at? All right. Now here is just a kind of a little cardboard CD sleeve with a CD in it, okay? Right? Nothing special about that, right? Okay. Now, you really want to give people the CD still, okay? Take one of these, slip it inside the vinyl, right? And sell the motherfucker along with the digital download code. It's not hard. If you would hire me, I'd make you so much motherfucking money, you'd be like Scrooge motherfucking McDuck swinging in the shit.
Yeah.
But because you got these dumbasses working for you, your ass is gonna be on the fucking unemployment line soon.
This is hilarious.
and you own the fucking company. What does that take? So if you do decide to do that, I want to check. Okay. Actually, no, I'm wrong. I'm lying. I don't want to pull a Garth. I said that one was free. But the next idea you take, I want to check.
No, that one shouldn't be free because he already took your idea for the vinyl.
Oh yeah, like you should
That's
already.
true. That's right. The vinyl and putting his music on the website. So actually, no, that's no longer a freebie. I want to check for that one if you do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I find it funny.
Hey, you
yesterday-
come up and tell, and I can change my mind. Huh?
Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I said I can change my mind because you told fans that if you sign up for tickets for the dive bar show, all those people that sign up get a box set. Now it's all random people that tune in and pick. So if you can go change your mind, I can change mine too. So that was no longer a freebie. So if you do that, I want to check, bitch.
I want to check, bitch, and that was
For
great.
a lot of zeros.
Yeah.
Well, I find it funny how last night somebody asked me a question. I can't remember what the question was, but his answer was, well, for the last 5 years, we've been an independent artist on an independent label. We don't have the studio or the labels backing us anymore. I think to myself, you got all this money and you talking about you're an independent artist. You got just enough money as if the label was backing you.
Yeah, Garth, such a dumbass.
Look at Aaron Watson. He's been doing this shit independent since he's fucking been an artist. You don't hear him complaining.
Nope.
Oh my God.
It makes your head hurt, don't it?
Yeah, it gives you a headache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like having one of those when you eat ice cream and you get a brain freeze.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Ouch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, it just makes my head. It just makes my head hurt sometimes to think of this stupid shit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
And feature come out 2 disc DVD.
And like you said, really, to be honest.
Else I should get a check.
And going back to what Alvin was saying earlier, with the video disc that's in the Ultimate Hit or the that one hits album there, right? Okay. It don't have all the music videos on it because there's like what 2 or 3 music videos that are on the one that's in the entertainer set that's not on that fucking disc. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I know there's probably like 4 or 5 videos that he's done that's not on there. It don't have the red strokes.
Yeah, the red strokes. That I was
I
thinking
don't have
like
to wonder anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't have was it Anonymous or whatever it was, that one on there.
Yep.
I don't even think it has that one he did for what's that one he did for Fresh Horses there. What was it? She's Every Woman or something. When we standing in a house or some shit singing, ain't that it?
That's to make you feel my
Or
love.
something.
to make you feel my love.
Or make, I don't know if that one's on there or not, but I don't think it is. Right?
I don't know.
So that's what I'm saying. There's like a bunch of fucking videos, yet he's still the fucking release. And now he doesn't make music videos anymore. Probably afraid that the artist won't make no money off of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess, and what is even
but he did make a music video for that dumbass dive bar with fucking dancing ass sharks in it.
Yeah, that's what I was
That's
gonna
fucking great, really.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. He's really only made one music video since his comeback, or at least if you call it a comeback in 2014 when he released Man Against Machine. Like the only music video he's released since then was actually the one for Dive Bar, and it was like one of his worst videos of all time.
Let me put it to you like this right here. If I would have had to been on the set of that motherfucking shoot, when they got done with everything, and it was in post production, and they were in editing, I was like, don't put my name anywhere in the credits because I don't want motherfuckers to know I was associated with that dumb shit.
Yeah.
I don't even want my shoelaces mentioned in the fucking thing.
Damn.
Damn. Garth, I mean,
That's how stupid that damn
Garth is
video
going to be
was.
pissed.
I mean, come on, dude. You couldn't come up with a better fucking idea than that.
Yeah. Like,
I
well,
don't give
Billy,
a damn. Hey, like I always tell people, it's better to be pissed off than pissed on, ain't it?
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, well, Bill, you just went really, like,
All right,
you went
Justin.
ham
Good night, buddy.
on Garth. You probably just ruined his whole fucking night, Wild Bill. I was second happy about it. I was second
I don't give a fuck.
Well, the reason I say that is because I remember when Garth released Bar. I'm pretty sure one thing he said about that video was like he was like proud of it and that he was like one of his favorite videos he's done or something. Like I don't know. I just remember him talking highly about it, and then he was even talking about how there was supposed to be a second version of the video being released or something, which never got released. Like I think that was like the only version of the video that he released. And yet, apparently, there was supposed to be two different videos.
Actually, there was. It was just him and Blake doing it in concert.
Oh, okay. So that was actually what was going to be the second.
If you can technically call that a music video.
Huh. Wow.
But I tell you what, it don't got on
Okay.
it. That third
And
verse he said was
something else I
coming.
meant.
Oh yeah, he did say that there was going to be a third verse. Oh.
Something else I wanted to mention too was like that video he shot for the pandemic there, that concert that he did for the pandemic that he had in the theaters. People are never going to get to fucking see that either. Now, I will admit, Metallica done the same thing, and no one's got to see it either. And I don't know if they'll ever bring that out, but that's one of the things I kind of knocked them on. Why don't you bring that motherfucker out and let fucking people see it? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I say, they're the biggest band in the world. They're my favorite, but that don't mean I don't criticize them for shit that they do. And to totally be honest with you now, here's where me to seeing the fucking Who Tad and Garth, right? Was not only how he just kept fucking pushing fun back, right? But the logic that he tried to use was, well, the pandemic's going on, and I don't want people to come out of their pocket to buy a CD of mine, right? But then you're going to record a concert, okay? Put it in drive-in theaters. Pay $100 a car, okay, for people to go see that motherfucker. Okay, so let's do this. Wasn't the pandemic talking about don't be in crowds, stay 6 feet away from each other, right? Now, I wouldn't get in a car where I thought somebody even the potential had fucking COVID. So let's say you're a Garth fan, and you say, okay, well, let's go to this drive-in show. First of all, for it to be worth anything, the drive-in would have to be within, I don't know, maybe like 15, 20 minutes from your house, which is actually funny because when I lived in New York, I actually had a movie theater that was about 10 minutes. It was probably, Bass Pro Shop was like 5 minutes from my house, and the drive-in theater was probably like 10 minutes from my house, okay? Saw a bunch of fucking movies there, loved it, okay? But anyway, that's not the point, okay? The whole thing was this. He was charging $100 a carload. Now, okay, you get 5 or 6 people in a car, that's about between $20 and less than $20 a person. That's not bad, okay? I'll give you that one. But in the height of the pandemic, when motherfuckers didn't want to damn go out and go nowhere, and the ones that did wore like 15, 20 masks on their face, okay, You really think that motherfuckers wanted to get together, 5 or 6 people in a damn car, go to a fucking drive-in show, get out of the damn car, stand in a little fucking square, and watch the fucking pre-recorded fucking show, okay? So even if you did have 5 people that was worth going, you say $100 a carload, that's still $20 a fucking person, right? Not counting gas, okay? And I don't know if they during that time they had concessions and stuff like that or not. I mean, I would probably say they may have, okay? So let's say you didn't have to get. Let's just take the concessions out of it, okay? You're looking at $20 per person. You sold fucking fun for like $10. How do you justify now? Let's say you wanted to go see that Garth drive-in show really fucking bad, but you could only maybe get 1, maybe 2 people to go with you. That's like $35 a fucking piece. You could have bought 3 fucking copies of Fun for that. Okay, how do you justify that? And if you wanted to go to that show and you could only go by yourself, that was $100 you were paying to see that motherfucker. That's 10 copies of fucking Fun. But yet you justify that shit, and then their fans justify. Oh well, he's giving you blah 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 blah. Really? I mean, come on. But then you would be the motherfucker that would get mad because you got COVID going to that stupid ass thing. I don't understand. See, it's starting to make me understand. I'm starting to get that Garth attracts these fucking people that don't have no fucking sense of fucking logic. See, I have a sense of logic because I quit drinking the Kool-Aid a long time ago. You know how they say if you quit smoking, you add years onto your life. Well, when you quit drinking the Kool-Aid, your brain starts working a little bit different, and it actually starts thinking. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of see the light. You know what I'm saying? You're not in the darkness all the fucking time. I'm sorry that I'm up here fucking ranting, but I don't understand the logic behind this dumb shit. And people just fucking lap that shit up like a fucking hungry dog walking across the fucking desert. And it comes to a water hole. I just don't fucking get it, man. I don't. I don't see how people justify that shit. And they act like we're the people that are the bad people, and we're the ones that they want to kick out their fucking fan groups and shit like that, Jason. All because we're guilty by association. I'm glad I got kicked out because if there's dumbasses in there like that, I sure the fuck don't want to be a part of it. I don't know. I just digress, man. I just don't get it. I really don't.
Damn, typey.
Happy about it?
Nope.
He's writing Garth an email.
Yeah, what?
Hell, at this point, I don't think he's going to change at all.
Yeah. Now, how about you all, Bill? Why don't you write Garth an email?
Because it'd be a Stephen King novel, and there won't be nothing nice to say.
Oh, wait. So you don't want to write him an angry letter, Wild Bill? Wait a second.
No.
Well, I think I need to call it a night, guys. I got an appointment at 10 o'clock in the morning.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Have a good night.
All right, man. Well, it ain't going to be long. We're going to get out of here. Or at least I'm going to end this stream anyway. But
Yeah.
did you have a good one, Lance, man? Thanks for stopping by.
You too. Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, buddy. Take care.
Good night.
Bye.
And then there was 3.
Yeah, the 3 of us.
He
Happy about it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks like
But
it's just
guys, I think I've said
Contraband
about
and
what I wanted to say.
Justin in the comments. So. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, I feel like I got
He
everything I wanted to say too. Like, I
spent
mean,
money on $15 or $20. That's
yeah.
waste hundreds on record concerts. Yeah, I think CD wasn't done yet, like he said it was.
Yeah.
Um.
You know what's crazy
So
though?
anyway,
Like,
guys,
yeah, yeah. Well, I was just saying about like the whole pandemic thing. I feel like people were spending more on going to his like drive-in concert thing he released like in drive-in theaters than they would have like just buying his album outright.
Well,
Like
you know what he could have did, huh? He could have
what?
did like Brad Paisley did and let people come to the concert for free
Yeah.
and then stream it on Facebook and YouTube like Brad did.
Oh yeah, I remember Brad did that during the pandemic. I thought that was cool. That was like one of the coolest concerts too.
And it was an actual live concert. It wasn't pre-recorded.
Yeah. So it was like live stream, and Garth's concert wasn't like pre-recorded or something.
Yep.
and so here's the fun thing that gets me. And somebody who's so religious, so worried about dying from COVID. If you was right with God, you ain't got to worry about dying because you're gonna be in a better place than you are now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unless you're gonna be afraid you're standing inside the fire. All right, so here I'm gonna throw one more thing out here, and then I'm gonna be done, and we'll probably end this live stream. Actually, what the hell? I was gonna say something. I probably forgot what I was gonna say now. Hold on, I think it'll come back to me here in just a minute.
Hmm.
Um, uh, oh, so here's what I was gonna say. Oh, happy Halloween, country. Now, Garth used the excuse about, oh, first it was the pandemic that pushed fun back. Then he was recording Shallow and was putting it on there, and that pushed the album back. Now, first of all, you had all that shit done already. You were just making excuses. But my thing is, and what really I think pissed me off and pissed a lot of people off was when he said go on Amazon and pre-order the album now. Most people had in their mind that they were going to get a physical CD when they went on there and pre-ordered the album. He pushed it back so long that when people went to that, he made it well. That's just a digital version of the album. You want the CD, you still got to go out and buy it. Okay. He fucked people that way. Okay. Here's my whole thing, right? I would respect somebody if somebody was going to say, okay, guys, I got this really cool idea for an album. It's going to be a triple album. It's going to have, let's say, like 40 songs on it. And I'm going to be writing the material here in the next few months or whatever it is to say next 6-7 months. I'm going to record it. I'm going to put it out. But I need help with this project. So if you could go on and go ahead and pre-order it now, that way I know how many copies to sell and all that stuff, and then all that I can order and have, and maybe I might want to autograph you. 6-7 months go by, you don't hear anything. A year goes by, you don't hear anything. Finally, the artist come up and say, "Guess what, guys? I had good intentions, but things happen, and I had y'all pre-order an album and all that stuff, and I've already spent the money on something else and all that stuff, so or whatever." Like, you know what? I'd be like, you know what? This motherfucker, man, like, had PA people pre-order an album on a fucking whim, and then come out and tell people, "Oh yeah, I had good intentions, but it didn't work out, but I spent your money anyway. I'm like, you know what? This motherfucker's got cojones, man. And I'm talking about big fucking cojones, maybe even bigger than mine, right?
No.
I might not go out and support anything else this fucking guy does. But I got mad respect for that motherfucker. That's some true outlaw shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Like if Garth would have done something like that, hell, I'd probably be like, hey, at least the man was fucking honest. Nah, he had to make fucking excuses. Just like everybody else had to blame the pandemic for shit. Oh, I got this, or I'm working on it. And you know what? And here's the fucking fun. You push an album back that supposedly had 15 fucking tracks on it, but it only actually had 14 fucking tracks because track number 13, Mr. Super fucking Stitches, was a blank fucking track. So I bought a fucking CD with a fucking track on it that was damn blank. I'm sorry, but if I pay for fucking music, I want everything that I get.
And that's a true story.
I'm sorry,
Well,
but that's just the way it is, man.
Yeah.
And so you screwed people out of a fucking track. You should give it to them on this fucking album for free.
Yeah.
Well, that's my almost 2-hour rant of Garth there.
Yeah. Well, I also wanted to say while Bill
get off of here because he's pissed me.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say while Bill after tonight, I guess you can definitely kiss your chances of getting monetized. I mean, eventually, goodbye, Wild Bill. Like we're never gonna get monetized now on YouTube.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
I want to see. Here's the thing, though. I'm gonna say this. At least I got content that's worth the shit. It might not be monetized. But you know what? I'm not out here charging fucking people for fucking shit they ain't getting.
Yeah, true.
So if allegations like that make me get demonetized and never get monetized, that's fine. Hell, at least it's the fucking truth.
Yeah. But yeah, I wonder what Garth.
Guys, I hope there's people out here.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying, like, I wonder what Garth's people are gonna. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I wonder what Garth's people are gonna like, or how Garth is gonna react when his people watch tonight's stream and tell him all about all the shitty things we said about him. He's gonna be like scrambling, like, what am I gonna do with my career? Like, what the hell he say?
So, in that case. I'm glad you mentioned that, Alvin. So in that case, that if Garth Brooks was to get a hold of this live stream to watch it from minute 1 to the very end, I got something I want to say. Garth, I've got nothing against your music, man. Like I said earlier in the stream, I think you still put out some of the best music in country. Even though I don't agree with everything you do, song-wise sometimes and all that stuff. Like The Ride was a song you should have just left alone. But I digress, right? What I'm trying to say is this. This is not to sit here and bash your music. This is to sit here and bash the choices that you make and the way you treat your fans and all those fucking people around you that are fucking just sit there and blinded by fucking artist obsession and think that you can't do nothing wrong. Okay? People are tired of buying the same old shit just because you can't stand to give some damn body something new without fucking having to give them something old. Okay? Yeah, I don't want to go out and buy a fresh Big Mac and get 2-week-old fries. Sorry, but it's, okay? But then tell me how good it fucking tastes. Right?
Yeah.
People are tired of that shit. The problem is the reason why people don't call you out on it is because those fans out there that still give you a chance to still support you get attacked by those fucking people out here that are so loyal to you and they drink that fucking Kool-Aid and they're so fucking blinded by everything you do. They either kick these people out of your Facebook groups or they bash them and stuff like that. They go in there and tell them how stupid they are and why they a member of this page because they criticize you. Guess what? You need to be criticized. Seriously. If more people criticize you than fucking was your yes man and tell you everything you do is so damn great, maybe you would actually have a lot more fans than what you got. I'm sorry, man, but you've got some of the most delusional fucking fans on the planet. They're a lot like Dallas Cowboy fans. Dallas could go 1-15, and you got fans that tell you them motherfuckers are going to the Super Bowl. I'm serious. They still got a chance. Or next year it's gonna be our year. We them boys. What they do every year, they get fucking let down. Okay, your fan base is about as delusional as Dallas Cowboy fans.
That's
And you know how delusional. So all I'm trying to say, man, is I'm not here to fucking bash anybody. I'm just here to fucking shed some light. So if people want to get mad and people want to get upset, I've always said if you get mad at stuff like that, then the reason you're mad is because the truth hurts. Because if you knew it, and the thing is, you wouldn't be mad because you're like, hey, he's fucking totally right, and I have to admit to everything he's done. These people out here to get mad are the ones that are in denial, and they mad because the truth fucking hurts. That's just all it. That's just all it is to it. So, I just want to say I hope everybody has a good night. Happy Halloween to those people out there that love Halloween. Have a safe night. Have a good night. And if you take your kids out, hope you have get lots of candy and all that stuff, and be safe and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And this is Bill signing out of Bill's Media and the Arts podcast. And I'm gonna let these guys give a little closing statement if they want to, and we're done.
Well, I mean, the only thing I can really say is Garth is a dumbass, and he really needs to like change the way he does things. Otherwise, because as far as I'm concerned, like he may think he still has a career right now, and he probably thinks he's still top shit. But as far as I'm concerned, his career died a long time ago, and he should just hang up his cowboy hat and retire. Like, I mean, if this is the path he's going to continue to go on, I mean that's just my take, because nobody wants to just keep buying the same shit over and over again, or have these like crazy gimmicks of like, oh, I'm gonna put out a new album, but the only way you can get it is through like a box set or something. Even though he has said that there will be a standalone release with it, well, I mean for his new album, but regardless, I mean I still feel like it's like he could definitely make his music more readily available for people and his fans than he has been, because like I said, I mean, there's like even if like streaming services aren't like paying the songwriters and the artists like enough like royalties and stuff, he should still put his music on Spotify regardless, or Apple Music, or YouTube. I mean, I don't know. It's just he just definitely needs to really open his eyes and start being smart about like selling the way he sells his music is all I'm saying.
Um, I want to actually I did want to say one more thing before we did get
Okay.
out of here, and it just crossed my mind because it just hit me right this minute. When you take a one thing, if you take two great things or two things, and you market it the right way, they're going to buy it. And I'll give you an example of that. When you buy a lot of times now you go out and you buy a movie. If you buy the Blu-ray version, you usually get the Blu-ray, the DVD, and the digital
Yeah.
code, right? Well, that right there entices three different types of people to buy those movies. One, there's people that might want the Blu-ray, but they're like, well, guess what? I got a DVD version of it too. In case something happens, I got another copy. Not only that, but they got a third copy because they got a digital copy in case something was ever happening in their physical CDs. Two, and nowadays with the DVDs about the same price as the Blu-ray, what entices people to maybe buy the Blu-ray is okay. Well, I don't have a Blu-ray player. I got a DVD player, but one of these days I might upgrade. So guess what? I'm going to go out and buy the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy, even though I only have a DVD player. You know, because someday I might upgrade. Great thing, right? So now you're appealing to everybody, right? You're appealing
Yeah.
to those digital fans. You're appealing to the DVD fan, and then you're appealing to the Blu-ray fan. And then now most 4Ks come with a 4K, a Blu-ray, and a digital copy. So therefore, again, you're um, you're catering to the digital people, to the Blu-ray people, and to the 4K people. Okay, like I said, somebody might have a Blu-ray player but don't have a 4K player yet. But instead of them going out one day and buying a Blu-ray, a 4K movie, they're like, well, now I got a player, but I got this movie at home because I bought the 4K and Blu-ray combo pack. I'm going to um, wait off on getting a movie, but I got one I can watch and test out. Look at that. See that enticed somebody to buy that because in their whole mind they were thinking of upgrading. See, that's just like those people, like I said a while ago, with the whole CD vinyl thing. If you was to
Yeah.
take a CD, slip it inside the vinyl, somebody might what would take somebody to buy that record. They might, okay, well, look, I don't have a vinyl player, but I do want the CD, and but I don't have a CD player at home, but I got one in my car still. So they might buy the vinyl and be like, well, I've been wanting to get a turntable anyway. So, boom, what have you done? You've enticed somebody to buy something they probably would have never bought, but because you packaged it the right way, now you know you got these people buying it. You still entice that person to buy that, okay? Or maybe you got the vinyl collector that's like, well, I don't really give anything about CDs, but here's the thing, you know, I don't get a digital download card, and I don't want to go buy the digital copy of it to put on my phone in somewhere like iTunes or Amazon. I can just rip CD to my computer, put it on my phone that way. There, you've enticed somebody that may not be a DVD buyer to buy that record anyway, because that's their way of getting a digital copy of it, an MP3. It's
Yeah.
called common sense. It's called using your motherfucking brain.
Yeah.
So when you decide to do that, give me my check, okay?
Uh,
I want to be paid fat. And I know
You
you
won't
got the
forget.
money. Don't pull
yeah.
that bull. I want some fat zeros behind it, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Wild Bill wants his
So
fat check, bitch. Just checking it.
just contact me through my email
Yeah.
associated with this channel. I'll check it or whatever and tell me you're gonna be sending me a big fat check.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'm done for the night or whatever. But everybody have a blessed day, and I'll see y'all on the flip side.
See ya on the flip side,
Alrighty.
sucker. That's second. Happy about it?
Hold on, man. It ain't ended yet.
Oh, how's
Come
that
on, end.
Yeah, babe.